is essential! Freedom is essential! We are Canadians! Get in here.
Does everyone know Chris's tagline? Know your rights!
Know your rights!
What's next? Protect your rights! Or
take your rights!
We'll take your rights! Hogs of Unmask Nation!
I'm telling you from a loving place, the joy is something that we choose. I'm feeling strong with every single word I sing. So we don't belong here in this cold, dark place. Nothing will stand in the way from your freedom to love yourself. Freedom to trust in someone else. Take your freedom to treat each other kind. Find yourself some peace of mind.
What's going on, guys? Cullen McDonald here, Hugs and Mass. I'm one of the co-organizers of the group. We're down here at Bayfront Park in Hamilton, Ontario. We're going to be here every Sunday until this madness ends. Please come down and join us. This is a celebration of life. This is everything that we had taken from us, guys. We are celebrating our rights and freedoms with like-minded people. We got lots of hugs, some good food, and great vibes. Please come down and check us. We'll be here next week, August 2nd, and every other Sunday, 12 to 4. Come on down.
The idea for the Festival of Life, and this is what we call it, Festival of Life. We want to make sure that people can come together. We want to make sure that people can come together, family, friends, children, people hanging out, and we can build this community. I really want you to think about Hugs of Unmask Nation as a community of like-minded, awake people that are going to come together and they're going to support each other. We do understand this day and age, unfortunately, you need even sometimes a few people together to go to the grocery store, because, you know, the people working in the stores hopefully are, you know, trained in the proper etiquette, how to do with exemptions to the bylaw. However, the public, unfortunately, been brainwashed. They had, you know, the fear propaganda for the last 3-4 months. So a lot of people don't even act irrational anymore. Like they scared, they're fearful. They wear masks outside as we walk around. Squeeze me, thank you. So what we're doing here is we're bringing people, we're bringing families. I'm very happy to see kids coming around, running around. Bring some toys next time. This is what we've been doing in Toronto. When we started participating in the protest, was obviously just adults coming in. We didn't know what was going on. It was end of April, beginning of May. And as we were coming there every single Saturday, we had more people coming in, and I was really wanted to make sure that children can come, because even back then in May, children were already isolated for like 30 days, and they were like experiencing antisocial behavior. Like children didn't know, can I hug my friend or I shouldn't hug? Because they've been told, don't hug anybody, don't play anything, don't touch this. And we'll make sure that doesn't happen, right? Work it or no? Yeah. One? Okay, good. Which way is better, the other way or this way? The other way. Yeah, at least we try. So yes, we're building outreach teams, right? So people were asking, like, what are we doing here today? Again, the mindset for today is for you guys to get to know each other, all right? So I really want you to think of Sunday Festival of Life is your holiday, is your weekend. It's not your work day, okay? That's, again, the mindset that I want to pass on to you, you know? We don't tell people what to do, we just offer perspective. We've been protesting for the last 3 months in Toronto, so we kind of see some patterns, we see some behaviors shaping up, so we want to make sure that we build movement before anything else. And during the week, I strongly recommend you guys teaming up and going to the city and going to the busy intersections and actually holding the signs there and doing marches and distributing the flyers that we'll be distributing, and go to the businesses that may be not educated, and you go there in a positive, empowering way, and talking to the management and explain to them that there's actually exemptions and they have to honor the exemption. You cannot discriminate people based on the medical exemptions, and medical means a lot of things, not just physical ailments people might experience. Any type of psychological trauma, guess what? You exempt 100%. So again, the mindset for today, I know people came with signs, and if you guys want to march, that's fine. I just want you to get to know each other more than anything. And my recommendation, in the middle of the week, you get traffic on the streets. You get a lot more exposure. So what you want to think about it, every single action that we take, how much more we can make it official, like how much more can I get out of this action that I'm taking, right? It does feel good and accomplish that, you know, you do a march. But at the same time,
Wednesday, Gore Park,
yeah,
6 o'clock.
yeah. So Wednesday, Gore Park, 6 o'clock. In the middle of the week, that's when you guys come with signs and you do the protest. Colin will be there. Bunch of
Get people to come to this rally.
Yeah, and that's I find it's perfect. You know, like a middle of the week, you hold like a little rally in the city, and that's where you do the signs, you educate the public, you distribute the flyers, and you invite them to Sunday. And when you invite them to Sunday, you don't invite them to the protest. You invite them to the Festival of Life. And people on the street who not really sure if you want to be part of the protest, everyone wants to be part of the party. Like if you just tell them, come to the party. It's a daylight party. We have some music. Again, children running around. Bring some potluck food. Just have life experience. We have to defend our way of life. This is what I need you to understand. At this day and age, we have to defend our way of life. And again, not just for ourselves, but for our children. Because they're the next generation. If we lose this battle now, they don't have any chance left at all. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we stand in our rights.
Coming to you from Bayfront Park in Hamilton, Ontario. We had a wonderful event today here, a celebration of life organized by the Hugs Over Mask group. And today was the inaugural event. We're gonna have events here every Sunday, Bayfront Park, starting at 12 p.m. I may not be able to make it next Sunday. I'm actually from Toronto. A few of us from Toronto came to support the efforts here. But we already had a good number of Hamilton area patriots come out, and it's been wonderful. You know, we have food, we have music, drinks, water, non-alcoholic drinks, and you'll get to be around other freedom-loving people, and you're gonna love it. Okay, come out next Sunday. Okay, cheers.
Providing people with the medical exemption cards, and they are a great tool to use. Especially if you have a little bit of anxiety or unaware of what to say, it reminds you of what your rights are and where to make a complaint about it. I just wanted to share a little story about what happened to me last week at the Hamilton General Hospital. And my son had to go in, nothing serious, he just needed a few stitches. But due to these COVID measures, only one parent was allowed in at a time. And he's a bit of a mama's boy, so I told the mother of my child that she can go in with him and I'd wait at home. So I get home, I'm there for about half an hour, and I get a phone call from her saying I have to, I forgot to mention that on my way into the hospital, I did state that my son is exempt from having to wear the mask, and they had no problem honoring that, and they let him right in. Now, I went back half an hour later because I got a phone call for the mother of my child saying that he just wasn't cooperating with the doctor. His anxiety was preventing him from getting stitched because he's afraid of needles and whatnot. And she said, you have to get your butt over here and help your son get through this, or we got to take him to McMaster to be put to sleep. And go through all that over 3 stitches. So I went back to the Hamilton General Hospital, and I have 4 security guards waiting for me, and they try to demand that I put on a mask. I say, no, I'm exempt. And then the security guards start harassing me, demanding I tell them what my exemption is, which is against the law. I'm lawfully they can't even ask you what your medical exemption is. So I told them, I'm like, you are breaking a law to try to enforce a mandate. And they wouldn't hear any of it. They told me that it is private property. And I said, that's a bunch of BS. This is public property. We pay for it. It's to help the people. And he said, no, it's public property, but unless you come here for health care, then it turns private property. So I told him, I'm like, you mean to tell me that when I need it most and I get injured, I come here to help or to get help, that's when you can turn me away? And he's like, yeah. So, long story short, my son did need me to go see him. The doctor had already tried to stitch him out 3 times at this point, and I didn't have time to argue with these Neanderthals. So I told him, fine, just give me the damn mask, and I'll be writing up to the Ontario Human Rights Commission, and I'll be making a complaint with your supervisor. So moving forward, I have the bylaw printed out. I've highlighted the relevant sections that say that they are not allowed to ask me about my medical condition or why I'm exempt, and that they have to accommodate me. And I have it all on video as well. I will be making a complaint, and if we continue to do things like this, they'll learn real quick that they can't keep this up.
Yes, brother.
They are so worried about the liability placed on the government that they have put it all on the small businesses. And that is garbage. You know what I mean? Like, how can you expect small businesses to demand I wear something on my face?
Shame.
Or demand that I give them my personal information with all this screening. Police do not even have the authority to ask you for your name and information unless you've been caught committing a crime. So how the heck does A&W think they have the authority all of a sudden? By the way, when we first got here and crowds started to show up, the Hamilton police came and seen me, and we have a good working relationship. They're usually pretty friendly, and they can sometimes be dicks as well. But I informed them that we'd be here till about 3:30, and that we're going to pick up after ourselves, and nobody's here looking for any issues or confrontation. And then they stated that everybody here is violating the 6-foot social distancing principle and not wearing masks. And I'm like, well, you can talk to them, but I can guarantee you that everybody here is going to tell you we're exempt. I think I might have ticked them off a little bit, which is my friend Ed got a ticket, and I'm very aggravated about that. They're just being dicks. But I wanted to thank everybody for coming out. It's been a great turnout. We have a beautiful day as far as weather, and I love to see the kids playing, getting sunshine, and giving each other hugs and everything. Definitely join me. Anyone coming out Wednesday to Gore Park, I invite you at the end to come march on over and say hi at City Hall. Give them one last little march. Congregate on the corner for about 20 minutes show. You know, I'm not just a crazy guy on the corner, but come check me out. And last but not least, Chris unfortunately was tied up and unable to make it today. Hey, I'm the nice guy. But no, we all have some stuff in. He's been fighting a lot, but everyone was sad. I mean, contraband. I've got the cards, so if anyone wants the cards, I've got the cards here. Come and see me afterwards, and definitely can get you. I've got lots, and I think enough to share around, even some of the French versions. So thank you, everyone, for coming out. Let's celebrate life. Let's get back to that normal. Let's get back to yesterday so we can build a better tomorrow.
What happened? Hold on.
Don't forget to get my shirt in.
Not a quiz link. All right, come on down to Bayfront Park, August 2nd. I'll see you there.
Come on down to Bayfront Park, August 2nd, just after rent day. You remember, no cover charge,